Ever since her breakout role as Angela on Barney and Friends, Demi Lovato has made a name for herself in both the acting and music industry, doing everything she can to express herself and the talent she has. And after spending over a decade in the public eye, it's no wonder that she's been living at large for most of her time in the spotlight. But what does someone like Demi spend her hard-earned cash on, and what have experts estimated her net worth to be nowadays anyway? Well, whether you're a fan of the sultry singer or just want to know more about the lifestyle she chooses to live because of her fame and fortune, stay right where you are, as we're about to explore the life and times of Demi Lovato. So strap yourselves in and get ready for an adventure, as things are about to get interesting. But before we get into it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe with notifications turned on so you don't miss out on any of the new videos we post. A little more about Demi. Demetria Devon Lovato, as she is formerly known, was born on August 20th, 1992 in Albuquerque, New Mexico, to former Dallas Cowboys cheerleader Deanna De La Garza and musician Patrick Martin Lovato. Demi has an older sister by the name of Dallas, as well as a younger maternal half-sister named Madison, whom she is pretty close with. Her complicated family life also saw the existence of an older paternal half-sister named Amber, whom she only spoke to for the first time when she was 20 years old. You see, Demi's parents divorced back in 1994, shortly after her second birthday. She was brought up by her mother in Dallas, Texas, and began playing the piano at the young age of 7 to get away from things. She then moved on to guitar lessons at the age of 10, as well as both acting and dancing lessons to round off her talents. It was clear from the start that Demi wanted to be a star, and with both hard work and determination, she was able to secure herself the role of Angela on the children's show Barney and Friends. She then went on to appear in Prison Break in 2006, moving on to a show called Just Jordan the following year. Surprisingly enough, Demi was bullied in high school because of her acting career, which resulted in her requesting to be homeschooled. That being said, she did manage to eventually receive her high school diploma in the end. Demi had her true breakout role in 2007 when she was brought on to portray Charlotte Adams in the Disney Channel short series As the Bell Rings. Then she went on to secure herself a leading role in the musical television movie Camp Rock, which capitalized on the excitement brought by High School Musical. Camp Rock took her to new places, as fans could now see that Demi was able to both act and sing. This resulted in her taking a leap of faith and recording her first studio album titled Don't Forget, which was released in September of 2008. The album debuted at number 2 in the United States, grabbing Demi an insane first-week sales quota of around 89,000 copies. What was also impressive about the album was the fact that Demi poured her heart and soul into the writing of it, with the Jonas Brothers also co-writing around 10 of the tracks with her. This was nothing more than the start of an incredible career, with Demi continuing to both sing and act in a number of follow-ups to her previous performances. The release of her third studio album, Unbroken, saw her diving into the genre of R&B and exploring some of the personal difficulties she had been dealing with over the years. It saw her becoming a lot more mature as a musical artist, leaving the Disney Channel behind her and causing her to be regarded as a true artist in the industry. This little maturation of hers then led to further successes, with Demi becoming a judge and mentor on the second season of the US version of The X Factor. The years also saw her becoming pretty big on the social justice front, releasing a video of herself singing Angels Among Us on YouTube, dedicated to the victims of the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting. Fans might not know this, but she also released an ebook in June of 2013 titled Demi, and went on to appear in 4 episodes of the musical television show Glee. As we said earlier, Demi has had a few troubles in the past, which have helped her write some of the most emotional and powerful songs around at the moment, especially when it comes to her history with addiction as a mental disorder. She has very much become a role model for this reason, often standing for fans who are going through the same thing as she goes through. And although she doesn't always do the right thing and has relapsed on the odd occasion, there's no doubt that her fans have her back as well. Demi's net worth. Although Demi started out acting, she is primarily considered to be a musical artist at the moment, making the majority of her net worth through the selling of her music and performances at concerts around the world. Although she has been in quite a bit of trouble over the years, brands have always wanted to get their hands on her. This is why she's been paid quite a bit of money through her brand partnerships with Fabletics and Talkspace, for example. Keeping all of this in mind, experts have estimated that Demi Lovato currently has a net worth of around $40 million at her disposal, making her one of the wealthiest singers under 30 in the industry. She's able to buy next to anything she sets her eyes on. But what are the items that Demi actually does spend her hard-earned cash on at the end of the day. Number 1. Gifts for family and friends. Most young people use their 18th birthday as an excuse to have themselves treated like royalty, but the same cannot be said for Demi Lovato, who took the opportunity to splurge on her family rather than the other way around. In an effort to take them for always being there for her and supporting her through all the trouble she had experienced over the years on Disney Channel and beyond, Demi bought her family a lavish Mediterranean mansion located just outside of Los Angeles. While not so much is known about the mansion, which has been mostly kept under wraps over the years, pictures show that it has a grand total of 3 garages with a double story that houses a number of rooms. In other words, the mansion is pretty much big enough to house the entirety of her extended family. The price range of the property is expected to be in the millions, but we cannot say what the actual price is based on the information we have. As far as gifts go, this is by far one of the greatest we've ever seen. Number 2, her love for fashionable clothing. That's not to say that Demi doesn't enjoy spending her net worth on herself as well, though. In fact, she has said on many occasions that she finds shopping incredibly relaxing, especially when it comes to buying expensive designer clothes. Over the years, she has filled her walk-in closet with some of the greatest and most expensive items made available from around the globe. Equally well over $1 million worth of material. She has even used this love for hers to forget about former mistakes and perform to the best of her ability. A great example of this can be seen when Demi fell during her performance at the 2015 edition of 107.2's KIIS-FM Jingle Ball. When she showed up to the 2017 version of the event, she made sure that everyone forgot about her previous flop by wearing what can only be described as a show-stealing outfit. This golden dress was none other than a Frolov Kiev Spring 2018 outfit, which measured up to an insane price which has yet to be reported. But considering how the Giuseppe Zatoti Betty platform sandals she was wearing came in at a whopping $800, we can only imagine how much the dress must have cost her. Demi definitely knows how to rock the red carpet. Number 3, renting a private island. With a net worth like Demi's, the world is pretty much her oyster. And speaking of sea creatures, you won't believe what Demi has spent on some of her hard-earned cash on. Tired of the same old holiday destinations, the young star decided to rent out a private island in both Fiji and Bora Bora. She then used this island to vacation with some friends and family, ensuring that there were no paparazzi to spoil the trip and ruin her fun. Since we have no idea who went to the island with her and what the group ended up doing there, we have no idea what the trip must have cost her in general. The same can be said about the actual renting of the private islands, which must have cost a lot more than an arm and a leg. She has never specified just how much this cost her, but she has cited the experience as being the most she has ever splurged on anything. Considering the other things she has spent her money on, we're assuming the price was incredibly high, especially in comparison to other vacations she has gone on in her lifetime. Number 4, her career. Because Demi has been in the industry for quite some time and she has found herself in the midst of some controversies, she has garnered just as many haters as she has fans. This is why she doesn't mind spending her hard-earned cash on her safety. This does obviously take the form of a bodyguard that accompanies the superstar almost everywhere she goes. She has also spent quite a bit of money to secure one of the best personal assistants that money can buy, who not only vets business meetings, but makes sure that she always knows what's on the agenda. And it's a good thing that Demi decided to employ these 2 important people, as they actually ended up saving her life. You see, Demi has had a few issues with addiction over the years, with her bodyguard and personal assistant finding and helping her through an overdose a few years ago and getting her the care she needed. In other words, she owes her life to these incredible employees of hers. Who knows where she would be without them? Number 5, charity. Last but not least, we had to mention that Demi spends a lot of money on charitable causes. Back in 2017, for example, she took the time to donate towards building schools in Kenya, which is just one of her many contributions. What do you think of her lifestyle? Feel free to let us know in that comment section down below.